In 2018, I traveled to one of the more remote areas of India to minister among the Sora people. The Sora people are a tribal group in India that live throughout the valleys and mountains in the Odisha and Andhra Pradesh border region. Looking at these mountains, you would never know that thousands of people are living there in incredibly primitive circumstances. These areas are so remote that some of the people were only introduced to the modern world about 25 years ago. The Sora people mostly live in traditional mud and stone homes and have largely maintained their traditional ways and still rely on farming and agriculture to sustain their daily needs. Crops include rice, tea, cashews, and more, as well as their ability to herd goats, cows, and other livestock throughout the mountains and valleys. While many of the Sora people do practice Hinduism and hold to other traditional tribal beliefs, many are coming to know Jesus Christ as their own personal Lord and Savior. Sharing the gospel in this region is incredibly difficult. Many of the villages are hidden deep in the jungle and are only accessible by dirt paths that are often washed out. Some of them are even only accessible by foot. Cars are not the most easy vehicle to come by, so during our time there, we traveled in an ambulance that was used to transport malaria patients. A few years ago, Dr. Johann Skonken found that motorbikes would be a huge help to the pastors in the region and began raising funds to help pastors reach the villages that cars could not get to. 25 motorbikes were then purchased and given to the people and are now being used to share the gospel.
It is really very encouragement to go different parts of the hill areas where is no roads, even proper roads, and there is no vehicle to go. That area also I am going, and I am doing the ministry. So far I have reached 40 plus villages, and I have seen their lifestyles, and I am going to reach them.
With the gospel spreading, many villages now have the majority of their people professing Christ as their Savior. This has led to multiple new churches popping up. New worship music has been created, and the people come from all over to hear the gospel. Most of the churches are open air, meaning they don't have a building to meet in. Some are lucky and have a roof over their heads. The people will come together and sit on the floor, with the males sitting on one side and females on the other. Women must cover their heads while praying or being prayed for, and some will continue to cover their heads throughout praise and worship. Services often take place outside with temperatures well over 100 degrees and will last as long as needed. Temperatures in this region are often well over 100 degrees, so an afternoon thunderstorm means a cooler day. This storm lasted for a couple of hours, but it provides a special danger to the people in this region. Rains like this can wash away the roads that allow for transport up to their areas. While many people are in villages within a short drive of our base camp, many others are deep in the mountains, as far as 4 hours away. The people in these tribal groups need every bit of daylight to work on their farms, so services are held when the sun goes down. They are only lit by one light and often feature a random chicken that visits the church service.
They hide 4 autos and send them to the neighborhood.